Hey guys, it's Sean and Andrew from the Roses of War, and you really can't see our faces right now. Hi. Sup. But anyways, we are doing our first video on Magic the Gathering. Now, we have to make sure that we get the timer under 15.
Oh yeah, we can put it into parts. So
yeah, but this is going to be our intro video for how to play Magic the Gathering. Now, I'm sure most of you guys already know how to play, if you're watching this video and you're interested about it, I'm sure you probably already know the basics of it, but we decided just to start off our Magic Gathering career with starting off a how to. What are you, man?
I'm mana weaving.
Okay, so, what I've got here are the 5 basic lands. Now, there's 5 elements in Magic Gathering. There's fire, which is mountains, swamps, which is black, island, which is water, plains, which is light, and forest, which is grass, or, grass. So, every element has its own monsters or specific spells that are good at certain things. For example, fire is really good at burst damage. It's not really good at sustaining as other, elements are, but it can burst down damage a lot more. And like, for example, light really excels in it buffs and enchantments and healing more than others. Blue really excels in spells and such, etc., etc.
Sorcery.
So, that's basically what each element's, kind of gives you an idea of what you want to play. Now, we play multiple decks. Andrew plays a fire deck, and he also plays a grass and white deck, multicolored.
Yeah.
You can have more than one color in a deck as long as you have, an equal amount of lands for both. Basically, lands are mana that you use. They're mana that you use to cast your spells and cast creatures. You need a certain amount of mana to cast certain creatures, and if you don't have enough mana, you can't cast a creature. So I play a black and blue multicolored, and I also play a separate red deck. Andrew plays a separate red deck, and he also plays a grass and white multicolored. So that's what me and Andrew play both. And we're going to basically teach you the basics of the game on a demo game. So let's retrieve our lands, or your lands. So I'm gonna get out my deck, Andrew's gonna get out his deck, and we're just gonna go ahead and give a demo game. Now, this game is probably one of the most nerdiest card games you can ever get, ever. Literally. But don't worry about it. I mean, a lot of people play it, and it's a really good game. It's a really, really exceptionally good game.
It's a good, fast-paced type of game. So, I mean, if you're in between wargaming, I guess you can just say, I want to play a game of Magic.
Yeah, like, if I don't know, you can find ways to play it. It's a really good game. I like it.
Right,
we play it in our free time.
You want to cut, or are you good?
No, I'm good.
Alright.
Alright, so we need some health readings. Now, in Magic, you each have 20 health. 20, I don't know what it's formally called. Life? 20 life, I guess. And you can get the idea. Basically, you want to get the opponent's life down to 0. So we use D20s for our health.
I think I keep knocking the camera. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Well, let's see who goes first.
And yeah, we also rolled D20. 16. I rolled a 16. We rolled 3. I got a 20.
Alright. You should definitely go first.
So I'm going first. Now, I'm not playing fire.
Oh, I'm saying whenever you play against a fire deck, normally you want to go first.
Fire is really good at burst damage, so that's basically what they.
Well, remember to write down your cards, by the way, Sean.
Why?
For
we'll do that for the not for the demo game.
Oh, alright.
So you draw 7 cards in the beginning, and your deck consists of lands, which are basically mana, and creatures. Now, since this is just a demo game, I'm not afraid to, show my cards. So, here we go. Here's the cards that I have out. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Can they see that? I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, I have 2 lands in this hand. A swamp and an island, because I play a blue and black deck. I have 2 monsters here, called Child of the Night, Reassembly Skeleton, which are both two taps. You can see on the top right corner of the card,
Right there, Sean.
There you go. Top right corner of the card, it says one skull, which is one swamp, and then one, that means one of anything. So that's 2 taps in total. So you can only play 1 mana per turn. And over here, I don't have anything for 1 mana. So I'm just going to play a swamp and call it my turn, because I can't cast anything. So that's my turn. I've just played a swamp. Now, you know, your hand, you'd normally be holding it, so I'm just going to hold it. I'll go ahead and pick up my hand. So now it would be Andrew's turn.
Alright, so since I didn't go first, I actually get to draw a card.
Yeah, if you go first, you're not able to draw a card the first turn.
You can also choose to mulligan, which was a nice touch in this game. Pretty much, if you have a crappy hand, you can choose to put it back into your deck, shuffle, and then draw 1 less card.
So essentially, if you start with 7 cards you don't like your hand, you could reshuffle your deck, put it back into your deck, and then draw 6 cards, and you can do that again until you get to down to 1 card, but that's not really.
Alright, well this is where the burst happens in fire. I'm gonna lay down a mountains, tap it, play a spark elemental. It has trample and haste, which as soon as it comes down, it doesn't have summoner sickness, which whenever a monster comes down, unless it has haste, you can't attack or tap it. We'll explain tapping later when it actually comes to, you know. The problem with this guy is that he dies at the end of my turn, but he's gonna do 3 damage to Sean.
See how burst it is? He just had 1 tap and he already did 3 damage to me on the first turn. That's what fire is all about.
And then he just goes to the grave. Your turn, buddy.
I draw a card. Now see, when you cast spells, since it costed 1 mana, you tap it. You tilt it, basically. That means that you already used your mana. That means it's already been used. So I'm going to play an island, because this is the second turn, I can play another one. So I have 2 taps down. Now I can do a variety of things. But as of now, I'm going to put down a Child of the Night. So it took 1 swamp because of the skull, and then 1 of anything. I'm going to use the island for it. So now I'm out of mana, so I can't cast anything else. And he doesn't have haste, so he can't attack.
Sickness.
He can't attack, so he's just there.
Yeah, well, I'm going to draw my card now. Alright. We're going to lay down a mountain. And then, ooh, what are we going to do today?
So he has a variety of things he can probably do in his hand.
Yeah, let's see. So, okay, we're going to lay down a Spark Elemental.
Again. See?
And he's going to attack.
No, I'm just going to let him attack. Oh, okay, let's explain attacking. Now, if there's 2 creatures on the field, if one person's attacking, you can choose to block with your defending creature, or you can just let him attack you straight on.
Yeah.
Now, I am a 2/1 creature. That's my stats. 2 attack, 1 toughness. He's a 3/1. 3 attack, 1 toughness.
So I definitely kill you. Not to mention, since he's a Spark Elemental, he has Trample, which makes me go over his defense.
We'll explain that later.
Oh, well, you know.
We're just explaining the basics.
Mm-hmm.
Don't explain special rules yet. I'm not explaining lifelink. So, essentially, if you're attacking, let's say if I want to block, now, I would kill him because he has 1 toughness. I have 2 attack, so I would beat his toughness. Let's say he had 2 toughness, I would still kill him because 2 damage minus 2 toughness, that equals 0 life.
As long as your toughness hits 0, say like your friend has a debuff and he puts it down, example ringed flesh, I'm out of there.
Because for example, it gives him -1 toughness. He has 1 toughness here, so he would just be down to 0. He's gone. So I can choose to block, but in this case we would both die because I have 1 toughness. He has 3 attacks, so he would beat my toughness. But in this case, this monster has a special ability called Trample, which basically means if I block, normally the leftover attack doesn't go to your health, but if you trample over a monster, I have 1 toughness, he has 3 attack, so that the difference between that is 2, and if you have trampled, that goes to your health, that does damage to the enemy opposing player. So if I were to block, I would just essentially block 1 damage. I'm still gonna take damage either way.
But you have lifelink, so you'd heal back.
This specific monster has lifelink, which basically means the damage that I do, I heal back. But I'm going to take it because I don't want to lose my monster.
Take it like a man! And then I'm gonna Needle Drop you, which is a nifty spell. Pretty much, fire decks always have a problem with sustaining their hand. Like right now on turn 2, I have, 5 cards in my hand? So pretty much what this does is it deals 1 damage to target player or creature that was dealt damage this turn. So I'm going to choose Sean for an extra 1 damage.
I'm going to read this card.
And then I draw a card because of the card's second special ability. So I'm going to draw my card
Okay,
now.
so you're going to have to do 1 damage to me.
Alright. So you take 4 damage total that turn.
Yeah. So I'm already down to 13 health, and this is like the second turn. It's ridiculous.
Christ.
But he's out of mana. He has no creatures on the field. So basically, I'm free to do whatever I want next turn.
Mm-hmm.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna draw a card.
Yes.
Now, I don't have any mana in my hand, which is never a good thing. You always want to be able to put down mana. But in this case, I don't. So I'm just going to attack with Child of the Night, which does 2 damage to him. And now this special ability, Lifelink, basically, since it has 2 damage, I can heal back for 2 life.